Good evening, race fans, and welcome along to TrackSpotTV. We are here this evening for the continuation of the Tasman Racing League Oval Series. That music's a bit loud, isn't it? Bear with me a moment, we seem to have extra volume. There we go, yes, it is the Chicago Street Track. 2.1 miles or 3.4 kilometres of nothing but walls here for round number 7. Absolutely cannot wait for this one. My name is, of course, John Wright. I'll be joined in the box by Boone Blake as well. He's going to be on stewarding duty, so we'll get a quick word from him in a moment. But before we crack on, let's have a look at the series standings, or as I like to call it, the Lewis Buhagiar show. He has been fairly dominant this season. Wins and podiums aplenty. See him sitting atop the tower with 455 points. Matthew Serra almost 70 points behind in second. Nicholas Heath 54 points down on Serra in third. Drew Collins in fourth. Lucas Blake in fifth position. Not where he would have envisaged to be at the start of the season. Michael Sanders, Rob Tilley, Ryan Llewellyn, Jason Hutchins and Dylan De Bono rounding out the top 10. De Bono on 109 points. And there we go. Don't know why that just reset, but there we go. It did. We are still up and running. We've of course got Daniel Hutchins, Brendan Johnson, Boone Blake and Damien Coates inside the top 15 with Jay Stern at 15th position overall. Last order of Williams, Colvin and Austin rounding out the top 20. I did mention we will have Boone's mic's on mute at the moment, so he's doing some stewarding duty, so we'll get some opinions from him in a moment. But the cars are already done with their qualifying, and it's Dylan De Bono making an appearance this week, and he is appearing on the top spot. Not too bad at all. He's ahead of Dobbins, Collins and Tilley on row 2, Serra and Blake on row 3, Hutchins and Buhagiar on row number 4, Blake and Heath 9th and 10th, because Boone is in the comms box with us this evening. That is frozen. There we go. Michael Sanders and Jason Hutchins 11th and 12th place. As I say, the drivers are gridding up. They're making their way behind the safety car for tonight's race. 35 laps we have for them around this unbelievably tricky street circuit. It is a whole lot of 90-degree turns. We will see how the drivers get on around here. See if any of them make it to the end without any damage. I seriously doubt that will be the case, given the nature of this, as I say, very tricky street circuit. The drivers are beginning to grid up, so we can jump down to the track. Oh, Heath is starting from the pits. So as the cars drive away on their formation lap, Nicholas Heath is in the pits. Let's get confirmation on that. There we go, Dylan De Bono lighting up the tyres. We'll get our first proper look at the course. As I say, this is very much a street circuit. Those walls continue all the way round, and it is a whole lot of 90-degree turns that the drivers will be dealing with this evening. We'll see there. I think De Bono's just maybe oh yeah, De Bono's just a bit slow off the line. He will retake top position. There is Oscar Dobbins. He's currently leading the way. As I mentioned, we've got, there's De Bono there, Rob Tilley, Drew Collins this evening. Lucas Blake will be looking for a podium here if he can. Got so close last week, didn't manage quite to bring home the bacon. We'll see what he can do this week. And of course, our championship leader, Lewis Buhagiar, he'll very much be full Formula 1 this week. Drive to Survive. This will go a long way to sealing up his championship win if he manages to bring the car home today. He's already got a good lead in the championships with not many rounds left to go. Oh no, sorry, there we go. Yeah, quick. No, wrong calendar. Yeah, so it's Chicago next week. Not many rounds left to go. Let me just... okay. Yeah, not many rounds left to go. We've got Martinsville, Echo Park in Michigan, so 3 rounds. 3 rounds of racing after this one, so still plenty of points up for grabs. So Behager needs to make sure he brings this one at the end. You can see just how narrow this track is. Absolutely no messing about round here at all. The drivers are going to have to be on point, and I can confirm that in the practice session we did see a few contacts with the walls. It is so easy for the drivers to make contact with the walls. Let me just see. Boone's still muted, and there we go. There is the green flags. It's foot down, it's flat out, and it is a flyer of a start for all concerned with Dylan De Bono getting a very good start. Rob Tilley looking to put pressure on him into turn number 1. He almost gets the car up on the inside, has to brake heavily. Shane Van Gisbergen really proud of that. Oh, and there's 2 cars round. That's Lewis Behager. Lewis Behager has been collected in the background. It's Matthew Serrell that clipped the wall there, and that is Lewis Behager all at sea, almost completely at the back of the pack. If it wasn't for Nicholas Heath starting in the pits, he'd be completely all on his own. Dylan De Bono absolutely not on his own up at the front. As you can see, he's got Oscar Dobbins firmly behind him there. Drew Collins, sorry, no, it's Drew, yeah, Oscar Dobbins is currently in 2nd place, Drew Collins in 3rd. Sorry, the timing tower having a few moments there for some reason. Oscar Dobbins not showing on the standings. Bear with me a moment. Very strange when it does this. Very strange indeed. Where is Oscar Dobbins? Sorry, bear with us a second, folks, as we continue with the action on screen. And there he is, yes, Dobbins now appearing, thankfully. So, yep, there is Dobbins in 2nd place. Dobbins is not fully appearing. Let me just see if we can fix that. You've got to absolutely love these pieces of software that we have to use. Why is he not showing? There we go, we are sorted. De Bono from Dobbins, from Collins, from Tilley, from Blake. Our championship leader, Lewis Behager, after that early contact, he's made his way past Daniel Hutchins, so he's starting to catch up to the back of the rest of the pack, but we'll stay on board with the drivers that are leading the way at the moment. As we jump on board with Drew Collins, he's watching the battle between Dobbins and De Bono. Dobbins looking to find a way past, he's not able to do so. He moved over to try and force a defensive move from De Bono. De Bono, a wily character. He is not falling for that one. He has stayed where he is, and it's cost Dobbins a whole lot of time. Here comes Drew Collins charging up the inside towards turn number 4. Not quite close enough, but he's got a good run. Oh, and not quite a good enough run there. Dobbins much better through that. You can see just how much steering input the drivers have to put in to keep it between the mare and the mustard. Oh, and he's had a bit of a scrape on the... The spread then further out, it's Dobbins though we'll jump on board with, because he is putting all kinds of pressure on De Bono. Collins still in 2nd place, the rest of the field. Oh, and there is a spin. Rob Tilley, he's just touched the wall there. So that is Rob Tilley. As you can see, he's just got a bit lively on that corner exit, and the wall has gratefully come to meet him. Oh no, sorry, didn't even collect the wall there. just lost the back of the car. He will now engage the Austin Powers 37-point turn. To make sure he gets out, there goes Lewis Buhagiar making his way past after his early contact with the wall, or early contact with another driver that's going to keep Boone on his toes. And I believe we do have Boone joining us now from the steward box. Boone, it's been a lively start already. We've seen contact straight off the start-finish line. This course is a certifiable nightmare for drivers and stewards. Sorry, bear with us a moment because Oscar Dobbins has just sent it up the inside. Is he going to have enough grip to get the car turned? He is indeed. Drew Collins getting right involved in this battle as well. We will come to Boone in a moment because we've got a three-way battle for the lead as De Bono sends his car back up the inside to retake the position. These two are going to go side by side. Dobbins retakes the lead of the race. Drew Collins has got a phenomenal view of the battle that's going on at the moment. Let's turn the engine sound down ever so slightly. Oh, Collins! He is trying to do what Rob Tilley was doing, is keep up with these two up at the front. No one at the moment keeping up with Dobbins. Oh, Collins does manage to survive 4 and 5 through another right-hander. All the steering input to try and keep the car going in the desired direction. And Oscar Dobbins lights up the board with a 1 minute 34.2. Incredibly quick lap, and there is Buhagiar showing championship pace, 1 minute 32.2 he's just done down at the back of the field. We can see there it is Dobbins up 1, Dylan De Bono down 1, Collins where he started, and of course Tilley and Buhagiar. And in fact Buhagiar has now got a net gain of 2 positions after that contact. He's actually improved on his qualifying position by 2 spots already. We're already 4 laps in. Are we going to get a little bit of a breather? So yes, I believe we've got a little bit of breathing space here. So let's bring in Boone Blake, of course, last week's winner and owner of the greatest post-race interview ever recorded in human history. And he's joining us today from the steer's box, as I say. It's Mr. Boone Blake. Good evening, Boone. How are we today?
We are doing great, John. It's nice talking to you tonight. We've got a little bit of an incident on track with Michael Sanders, just now looks like, into the tire barriers, has a little bit of body damage, but we're doing well. I'm glad I'm not out on track for this one. I'd much rather be in the steward's box.
Oh yeah, we've just caught a look at Michael Sanders there, going a bit too quick. The Colonel cooking up a tyre disaster there, unfortunately. So yeah, he has missed his brakes there and he's bumped into the tyre wall. It's a tough track. Matthew Searle is about to try and overtake on your brother Lucas there in 4th position. It's a tough track out here today, to say the absolute least, Boone. The walls, the walls, the walls. It's very much a flat Bathurst that the drivers are going to be dealing with, and ironically they've got as much grip as they do at Bathurst, given they're out in the NASCARs.
I knew we were going to choose a road course this season, but to be honest with you, John, this is not the one that I would have gone with. It's an incredibly unforgiving track. It's more like something that we'd see in V8 supercars, or perhaps even an IndyCar or Formula E, than something you would traditionally associate with NASCAR. And it's been a track that's been very demanding on drivers, both in real life and every time it's been run in iRacing, as we see Buhagiar go a little deep, and he's going to almost tip Lucas Blake there. Matthew Searle going to take the opportunity to get by. Contact between last season's championship protagonists, and Buhagiar's not going to be done here. He wants another piece of Lucas Blake.
Yep, he does indeed. The 2 main championship protagonists at the start of the season, certainly they were the 2 hot favourites. It's not going well. It's not going well for one of them, and that is the one that is currently leading our championship leader. It's Lucas Blake, who finds himself parked in the middle. Buhagiar still looking to recover from that early contact he made with the wall. We can actually jump on board with Lucas. Oh, and you can see just, I keep mentioning how much steering it goes into keeping these cars heading in a straight line. In fact, if we jump on board with Buhagiar, we can see the view that he's got. Dobbins is running away with it up at the front of the field. So too is De Bono. He's now 7 seconds ahead of Drew Collins. Matthew Searle in 4th. We're on board with 5th and 6th position. They've got a 15-second gap back to Jason Hutchins. Minor connection issue there for one of the drivers. Please don't do this to us, iRacing. Here he goes. He's gone for a big send up the inside. He has got himself some serious pace into the braking zone, and he's managed to get that done there. Lucas not putting up too much of a fight there, you feel. He definitely had a move on him there. Did Buhagiar, and that is Buhagiar now making his way up to 5th position and ahead of Blake. And just as this happening, we've got the two up at the front, who are once again back within half a second. De Bono, he hasn't taken part in many of the races, but when he does, he generally finds himself on the podium or at the top spot. He could still be a serious contender for a top 3 spot in this championship. Rob Tilley, another driver who had himself a bit of an early incident. He finds himself chasing down Michael Sand. Oh, he can't even keep the car going in a straight line. Rob Tilley having all kinds of issues. And in fact, if we do jump on board with him, we'll see just how much his steering wheel is not particularly going in the direction that he wants it. The long curved corner midway through the lap. He's managed to keep this one between the Mayo and the Mustard, but that is a tough run there. Daniel Hutchins, it looks like, has had himself a bit of an incident as well, and in fact, unless I'm mistaken, he's crashed on the way out of the pits. No, he's just completely stopped. So yeah, Daniel Hutchins, I'm not sure what's going on there, if he's had some kind of technical issue with his equipment, but certainly going very slowly out of the pit lane. Not going slowly though, Oscar Dobbins and Dylan De Bono, and indeed Matthew Searle as well. He has just been overtaken by Lewis Buhagiar, who is now up to 4th position. He's got 5 seconds to make up to Drew Collins ahead of him, while these two, we are seeing on screen, have only got 3 tenths between. And it's still showing that Rob Tilley is in the pits. So Tilley back in the pits. Unsurprisingly, wow, some serious camber on those front wheels. Oh, and just as he drives past, that's Nicholas Heath, who's driven into the wall. Is that a Supra? Yes, it is. Is it factory fresh? No, it's not. Oh, the car's just got no brakes whatsoever. He's locked up, and oh, he's managed to keep it out with the tyre wall, only just. But as it would happen, of course, another driver happens to be coming past and makes that rejoin all that bit longer. Dobbins and De Bono still putting it on up at the front of the field. There's only 3 tenths separating these two. As I say, De Bono, he's got quite the winning record here when he does take part in the races. Hasn't been here all season, but when he does show, he really does show up. And himself and Dobbins having an absolute barn burner. In fact, they're going that quickly. They're catching up to Nicholas Heath, so they're going to go a lap up with only 8 laps under their belt. Oh, he thought about that move up the inside there. Dobbins with a very nice positioning of the car to see him still hold on to the lead. De Bono now 4 tenths behind. Drew Collins in 3rd. Lewis Buhagiar just having a bit of a connection issue there. You can see his car, the front of his car, has taken a bit of a pounding so far. Oh, and he's absolutely jamming that foot down on the loud pedal, trying to catch up to these two up the so many bumps and bruises around this course for the drivers to navigate their way over. We'll jump back on board with De Bono, of course. Pole sitter now sitting in 2nd place and very, very close in behind Dobbins. These two know one another well from several race series that they take. And at the moment, oh, and he's gone for a big send up the inside there. That is a forceful move by De Bono. He's managed to make it stick though. Oh, wow. And on the corner exit there.
Oh, man.
And that is a terrible rejoin as well, it has to be said. But it did look like Dobbins might have caught him on the rear quarter panel there, Boone. Talk to us from a stewarding perspective.
I gotta watch that back and see if that was an intentional wreck. There was certainly some contact from De Bono on the way in. He got into the quarter panel a little bit, but to me that's clean racing in stock cars. And I gotta watch this back from Dobbins, but he certainly seems to just get into the quarter panel. He turns down. Gotta see that from the cockpit view. But John, that doesn't look great on Oscar Dobbins.
It doesn't, does it? Let's have a look.
Hopefully we clear his name with the cockpit view here. Oh, I think he might have lost the rear tires there a little bit. I think that might be more forgivable than it looks.
Yeah, you can see the steering wheel. He was pulling it to the right there as the car went over to the left and touched the back of the car. So certainly, yeah, video evidence may well clear him of any wrongdoing on that one. It's that is a tough one though. But as you say, that is stock car. I mean, I've already talked ad nauseum. We've only been going 9 laps, and the fact that the drivers, every time they put their foot on the loud pedal, the steering, the torque oversteer is absolutely wild in these cars around this track. They're not used to being on flat surfaces. They do like to be on that banking, and yeah, it looks like that may well have contributed to what just happened there, Boone.
Absolutely. It's just, the margin for error here is so thin, especially when you're overtaking. But yep, it just looks like Dobbins gets a little bit loose on the throttle, loses the back of it, which is so easy to do. We've seen pretty much every driver in this race sliding all over the place on these corner exits, but just not this time, not the place to have a slide.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not. The two of them are still absolutely tearing away up at the top of the field, though. What that incident has done is brought Buhagiar even closer. That gap has now dropped by 2 seconds, and it's only 2 tenths between the top two. Once again, De Bono and Dobbins absolutely weaving across the track, and you can see all those little ups and downs in the track as well, bouncing the cars all the way over, and that is very close to those tyres on the exit. Once again, it's 3 tenths still between the top two here. We are 10 laps in. It's De Bono from Dobbins from Buhagiar, up 5 places. What a drive by Lewis Buhagiar. Oh, Dobbins has got a black flag. Dobbins has got himself a drive-through. This battle is well and truly over. Oscar Dobbins has picked himself up a drive-through penalty. He will be coming into the pits within
as
the
the
next few
steward.
laps.
I hate to interrupt you, John, but just as the live steward for this race, that penalty, the justification there is obviously it was not an intentional wreck, but he did lose control of his car, and it led to a loss of position for De Bono. Or not a loss of...
Sorry,
did De Bono,
yeah. No, so
did De Bono get back past him? Did he redress the position?
He did,
I'm sorry,
yes.
if he okay, sorry,
yes,
I've got to clear this black
yes.
flag. I'm sorry. Hold on. I've fucked this up.
Oh, apologies for the language, folks. It does get a bit lively in here, but we will crack on. We've got... and Oscar Dobbins, just as that is going on, he has actually picked up a meatball flag because he's absolutely binned the car on corner exit there. We were just discussing how difficult it is to hold the cars on the corner exit. Oh, yep, he's gone in far too hot there. That spun the car round, and that is a big contact with the wall. Oh, and his front left wheel is absolutely caved in. So much smoke coming out the back of the car, and he is going to get the drive-through cleared because he did redress the position from what we can see here, but it's all going to be for naught because he's picked up that meatball flag, so he is smoke screening his way back to the pit stop. That's put Lewis Buhagiar, championship leader, up to second place with 4.5 seconds to make up to De Bono, who is now running free and clear, not a care in the world, apart from the track's constant attempts to end his car and his race prematurely. He is now 4.5 seconds ahead of Buhagiar. Drew Collins promoted up to the podium once again. He dropped down. He is right back up again. Let's see. Dobbins still making his way around the circuit, as you can see. He does have that black flag, meatball flag, so he does need to come in and get the car repaired before the stewards will let him continue on any further. And there is pretty much the closest battle we've got at the moment. It is for a podium position. Buhagiar and Collins, Matthew Serrell in 4th, Lucas Blake in 5th position. I think Jason Hutchins is indeed going to take 6th place as Dobbins is in the pits getting that damage repaired. There we can see. Oh, he's missed his pit box. Oh, there we go. Ah, and Dobbins, going from bad to worse for Dobbins. He's missed his pit box. And that is going to see him lose another position, because here comes the Colonel. And in fact, is Sanders going to make it past? He's only got a couple of 100 metres to go to get to the pit end. Bless me. I know it does seem like Dobbins has made it out. So despite missing the pit box, Dobbins has made it out. We can. You can see just how much they're spread out usually, and there is the crossover section that he's going through now. So that is Dobbins back out in 7th place, dropping down from 2nd place, where we now see Lewis Bihager. And Dylan De Bono setting the fastest lap of the race. He's just clocked a 1 minute 31.81, almost 2 seconds quicker than anyone else on that previous lap, and that includes Bihager in 2nd. So De Bono absolutely running away with this one now. No one up front to challenge him at all, so it is just all about concentration and making it to the end of the race in one piece for De Bono, and he's even gaining more time on Bihager. Apologies, the drivers' names keep disappearing. There we go. And there is Bihager, so it's going to be a lonely race as we get close to the halfway mark of round number 7 here from Chicago. De Bono in the lead, Bihager in 2nd, and Collins holding on to his qualifying position to currently run in 3rd. Jason Hutchins, he's made up as many places as Lewis Bihager up at the front. He's had a couple of knocks and dents and bumps here and there, but nothing major, and he finds himself, as I say, up from 12th position to 6th place. That is not too bad a show, and the cars ahead are now intermingling. We've got, we're going to have, where is Dobbins? I believe he is close to being involved. Oh no, he's not, sorry, he is. He's still got plenty of time, and in fact De Bono is catching up to Rob Tilley, I believe that is. Yep, he's going to have sight of Tilley pretty soon. It is in fact Lucas Blake I was looking at. He has just made his way past Heath and Hutchins in 10th and 11th position. It does look like his car is running. He is in full survival mode here, is Lucas. Again, not had the season he would have been hoping for after the strong performances of last season. Finds himself outside the overall top 3 with today and another 3-point scoring round, and that looks like Rob Tilley. No, sorry, that is Nicholas Heath in the pink machine for Wright Rear Racing. Oh, and he's having an absolute nightmare here, and I think Daniel Hutchins is going to get himself a very easy overtaking. In fact, yeah, Heath moving out of the way. Heath not. Oh, and just as he moves out the way, Daniel Hutchins spins it on the corner exit. We've got another car coming as well, so he's going to have to sit there and patiently wait as he is overtaken as well, and trying to get the car back going again. Yep, 37-point turn engaged once again, and that is how that rolls. Let's have a look and see. We'll get another very quick look at this one. This is Heath. He tried to get out of the way, and there you can see, yep, ends up with a roadblock in front of him anyway. Absolutely brutal around this course. There hasn't been a driver. Every driver so far has been involved in at least 2 incidents of contact with another driver or with the wall. Such is the exceptionally difficult nature of this racecourse. And I can tell you as well, having visited Chicago, they call it the Windy City for a very, very, very good reason. And wind can certainly play a factor in these walled courses. What little aerodynamics, in air quotes, these cars do have are going to be massively affected by that. So that will be another factor that is not helping. Boone, how are things going in the Surden box? We've seen it mostly. It does mostly just seem to be drivers not quite able to keep a hold of the car while they're accelerating through corners that are causing most of the incidents. From what we've seen so far, it doesn't look to me, I mean, not that you would ever see it in this league anyway, but there certainly hasn't been anything malicious, just little mistakes here and there that have unfortunately, big consequences.
No, we've only had 2 incidents really that have even had to come under investigation. The lap 1 incident between Buhadra and Searle, and then the later incident between Dobbins and Debano, and both of those were just really, really spur of the moment things. Like they just barely losing control. And at this track, the amount you slide off the corner, like these were good moves. It's just that you slide so much off the corner that it's so easy to take out the cars around you when you're racing in traffic. I'm honestly very impressed with how all of our drivers have done here to not have more major incidents. But it's been a hectic one for sure. Obviously, keeping track of just a lot of small incidents, cars going around. Seems like a couple every lap. But we're getting there. We are certainly getting there towards the start of the first pit cycle here. The only pit cycle I imagine will start to maybe see cars come in within the next few laps. I don't know much about the pit strategy here. I haven't read up on it, but it's going to get interesting here, I think, John.
Yes, it is, yeah, in and out of the pits. We did just see footage there of Lucas Blake just losing the car on the way into turn number 4. Another unfortunate little contact, but as Boone mentioned, that is us getting into the pit cycle. And imagine they'll be looking to split it 50-50, although De Bono can pretty much do what he wants up at the front. He has the luxury of being 15 seconds ahead of any of these competitors, so he does have carte blanche to run whichever strategy he wants. Although I'd be in for some fresh tyres as soon as possible. I tell you what, he is really pushing it around those tracks. In fact, let us get some gratuitous on board with De Bono and get a full look at the course that we're dealing with. Of course, this is into turn number 1. The first 90-degree corner that they go through, straight into another 90-degree corner. Of course, Shane Van Gisbergen, unless I'm not mistaken, made his stateside debut at this course. I may be wrong. I'm sure someone in the chat will correct us. I should get that open as well. Rob Tilley has picked himself up a black flag. Swiftly followed by a meatball. Was that a crash or is that from the stewards?
That was from a crash. He looked like he just lost it down into the tire barrier at, I think it's turn 1. Really, really treacherous corner where a lot of cars have been losing it and just lost the rear clip off the back of that car, unfortunately. And on the Shane Van Gisbergen note, you are correct, John. He made his NASCAR Cup Series debut at this track, and he won on debut.
He did indeed. Did he not make 2 overtakes on the last lap to win the race? Am I also...
He did indeed make 2 overtakes on the last lap to win the race, to become the first debut winner in the Cup Series since the 1950s.
Ah, of course, yes. I knew there was a record that he took as well. Oh, wow, look at the tail end of that car. Sliding out there, Jason Hudson. But yeah, basically, all hail SVG. Has there ever been a more just naturally brilliant driver as SVG? Yeah, he'll never cut it over in America, won't he? Yeah,
if he ever gets good at the ovals, it's over.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And I think as well, actually, Boone, you can talk to us about this one as well, because I do know that in the oval racing, a lot of times the teams do talk. They'll say the drivers will work together. We're doing a bit of bump drafting and everything. It does seem like with SVG, I don't want to cast any conspiracy theories upon the NASCAR league, but the new guy coming in from down under, he certainly wasn't overly well received, I would say. There wasn't a lot of teamwork going on between the teams, and he's done phenomenally well considering the disadvantage of not having other teams around there helping him along like they do with one another normally in the NASCAR series.
Yeah, there's certainly, I think, a little bit of resentment when he came in and just started winning immediately. You could see in the interviews that a lot of the long-time NASCAR drivers were doing that. They resented his immediate success a little bit, but hey, if you don't like that, just get better. Yeah, why don't you beat him on the road courses? As we see Nicholas Heath clipping the wall just a little bit there, not going to be much of an issue, but that 10 car's looking a little bit difficult to drive.
Bless you.
Bless me.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I feel you, brother. The hay fever is starting to kick in already. Just even mentioning spring, my nose turns to absolute mush. But yeah, that was Nicholas Heath that we're watching again. The name keeps disappearing Jason Hudgens, sorry, and Nicholas Heath, I think he's just hurt himself. Oh, that is multiple contact. Heath now, oh, his steering is absolutely all over the place. Let's see if we can see what oh yeah, so this is a knock-on from, oh no, this isn't turn number 1. This is a later incident, so he's had the car fixed, and yet just not enough brake in there. Oh, and he almost collects himself another car as the toxic waste machine goes through. He's about to have another immediate crash. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, so as he was following through here, through 5 and 6, I think he is boom. Just puts the foot down on the loud pedal. The torque steer takes him into the wall. Just as he's got several cars coming past, one of them being Lewis Buhagiar, our championship leader. So the drivers are getting themselves all mixed in. As Michael Sanders, sorry, the Colonel, he is cooking up disaster here. Oh, and there we go. Late, just a little bit late on the brakes. Does manage to get the car stopped just in time to see the Mountain Dew machine of Lucas Blake go sailing on past. At the moment, we don't have anyone up at the front of the field who has taken a pit stop. Oscar Dobbins, of course, was in early for that mechanical black flag, or the meatball flag, as it's unaffectionately known by the drivers. It looks like Heath is out. Rob Tilley is out. Boone, of course, in the commentary box on stewarding duties for this one. And Lewis Buhagiar has come into the pits. We're 20 laps deep, and that is Buhagiar in. De Bono has stayed out. He is absolutely flying up at the front of the field. He is the fastest car out on track, as well, as you would imagine. Let's get a look and see. My goodness me, that has disappeared from my gaze. There is the pit stops the drivers have taken so far. Buhagiar and Dobbins have both been in. In fact, let's see where Dobbins is. Is he going to get past Buhagiar? No, he's not. Buhagiar making his way to the pit entrance. Rob Tilley hasn't come back out. Buhagiar still 11 seconds ahead of Dobbins, so he just needs Matthew Serrell to come into the pits, and that'll put him back up onto the podium if he does. Drew Collins, all the grip at the end of the corner exit there, pinging him across the track. He does manage to keep it out of the wall. The Valhalla driver very nearly sent to Valheim there. He has survived. Dylan De Bono putting on an absolute masterclass here. We've seen how difficult it is, folks. We've got the 11 cars out on track. As I say, everyone has been involved in some kind of incident. None of them have been malicious, certainly. It's just the tricky nature of driving NASCARs around this circuit. And De Bono, once again, nice little slide on the exit. He's 21 laps deep on these tyres. He's got a 38-second gap. Which means he would come back out 4 seconds behind Drew Collins if he was to come into the pits, although I don't think he'll be as stationary for as long as some of the other drivers, because he is carrying a bit less damage than anyone else out on course. But still, 21 laps in, it is De Bono in the lead. On track at the moment, it is Drew Collins who is in second place. And Jason Hutchins, I think, has just had another dent on the wall. Oh no, just a bit of a ropey pit exit. It's crazy that this shows up as an incident. Yeah, I mean, even the pit exit there, folks, you can see you've got to get around that blue tyre, around that blue traffic cone, and then make your way out. But Hutchins, did he have a crash on the way out? No, he did not. I've got to love that livery though, and nod to the old Menards. Those cars were so much fun to drive. I certainly wouldn't want to be driving one around here, that's for sure. But Hutchins there didn't crash his car, thankfully for him. So he is still out and running. There's Collins in third. Buhagiar, of course, our lead driver, to have taken a pit stop. He started down in 8th position. He got tapped on the line to end up dead last, and now finds himself back up into 4th position with 3 drivers ahead of him still to take their pit stop. So he is looking very good for yet another podium here at Tasman Racing League's Oval season number 2. Just needs to keep it nice and calm, as we'll see is that Jason Hutchins and Michael Sanders having themselves a little battle down in 7th position. The two of them on a bit of a recovery drive. We've also just had an incident through. It looks like Lucas Blake might have had a touch of the wall. This is into turn number 1. Is he going into the tyres? Yes, sir. Oh, and that is a fender bender. It's a good recovery there. Nice little smoke screen. Oh, to hide from the rest of the field, and he very nearly catches himself a Hutchins and Sanders in his little trap there as well. But that's Blake recovered and back out and running. So again, just a massive nod to how difficult this track is. Lewis Behadger looking to get himself back on the overall podium. Searle, you feel, is going to be coming into the pits sooner rather than later. De Bono is still out on track as well. He's not taking his pit stop from the lead, and if he gets another 4 seconds, in fact he doesn't even need another 4 seconds, he can come into the pits now and he will come back out in 1st place. That's how much of a gap he's got. Oh, and there we go, Matthew Searle too heavy on the loud pedal. Back end of the car steps out, and Lewis Behadger certainly much stepping into contention to take that spot from Searle. Searle still to take a pit stop, so he is going to have much older rubber on that car. You would think Behadger is going to have much more grip here. We've suddenly got a 3-way battle evolving as well for 6th position. Blake, Sanders and Hutchins absolutely going in it. Oh, and that's a corner exit that he did not want there. That is Matthew Searle, who's going to find himself very quickly overtaken there again. Too heavy on the loud pedal, and it is such a finite amount. I mean, when I'm saying too heavy on the loud pedal, it's an extra couple of grams of pressure, if even that, that sees the back end of these cars stepping out, and that's what happened to Matthew Searle there, and that's Lewis Behadger back onto the podium. It has been quite a yo-yo race for him. Let's get on to this battle down here with Jason Hutchins, Michael Sanders and Lucas Blake, although Lucas managing to get himself a 1 second gap over these two after they'd caught up with him, leaving Sanders and Hutchins to scrap over 7th position. Dylan De Bono, 24 laps in on the same set of tyres, and he is still clocking 1 minute 32s. That is absolutely insanely quick. As you can see, the next quickest driver to him at the moment is Oscar Dobbins with a 1 minute 33.2, so 6/10 down. Dobbins, after getting that mechanical black flag, he has pretty much flown under the radar since he got out of the pits, which he will be very happy about. He's currently tracking in 5th place. When drivers ahead of him take their pit stop, he could well see himself promoted back onto the podium. We will see if he does manage that. He's got Matthew Searle ahead of him, and I believe Searle has taken... no, he's not, sorry. So Searle does still need to take a pit stop, so yeah, he's looking good. Is that another Lucas Blake incident? Nope, sorry, my apologies. That is the same one coming back again. Yeah, I must have accidentally hit record on that, but we've got this 3-way battle opening up once again. It is Blake, Sanders and Hutchins. Sanders finds himself stuck right in the middle there. There is the Colonel smiling off the back of the car. He's definitely going to need a bit more than some KFC to fix that one after the race. But we'll see how this battle goes on as Dylan De Bono still cracking on at the front. That's a 1 minute 33.3 he's managed to get himself up at the front of the field with a 51 second gap. So he's well over half a lap ahead of the rest of the field. So he has effectively got himself now a very, very, very free pit stop. So when he comes in, he will come back out in the lead. If he comes in, I mean, imagine he will come in for fresh tyres, but 25 laps deep, still no sign. That is a lot of smoke appearing on the track there. Is that someone burning up their tyres? Oh, it's maybe just Rob Tilley's engine in the pits, actually. He's got himself a meatball flag, so he will... yeah, he needs some engine repairs there, but that is him out of the race for the moment. Let's see what Sanders can do. Can he get his way past Blake? Blake started in 6th position. Sanders started in 11th, and Hutchins started in 12th place, so they've all made... Sanders and Hutchins certainly have made themselves some good improvements throughout the race, and I'll tell you what, Buhajar's just been overtaken by Searle. It's Buhajar. Oh, and Buhajar's had an incident. He was running so well, they're now running side by side, and Matthew Searle is going to get the drop on him on the exit. That is Searle now 2 tenths ahead. Let's see what happened to your championship leader, and it is into turn number 1. We'll all know how this one ends. Contact with the tyre wall. Oh, relatively small. You see the flames absolutely spitting out the side as he tries to get the car moving once again. Oh, and there we go, Matthew Searle receiving an absolute gift from the sim racing gods there. They go side by side through 2 and 3, and that's Searle that's got himself ahead. And Boone, to say that turn 1 has been somewhat of a hot spot is a massive understatement. Those tyres are almost like some kind of sirens to sailors there. They are just being absolutely drawn into it. The bumps in the road not helping, but such a difficult corner, and it has had so many victims so far in this 26 lap race so far.
It's been a killer, John. It's as we see Lucas Blake starting to go around on turn 2, and he does go around. He's going to go all the way around. He's going to lose out, I think, on both of these positions now to Michael Sanders and Jason Hutchins. Very unfortunate turn of events there for Lucas. But we've seen that happen at turn 2, but turn 1, like you were saying, it's been a hot spot all day. There's several really hard braking zones into right angle corners on this track, but for some reason turn 1 has just been the action spot. It's maybe something about the grooves in the pavement or the ridges, the texture of it. As we see a little bit of contact with the wall from the 2 car there.
Whoa,
turn 1 has
Dobbins.
been...
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Dobbins has just managed to rock up on this one as well. He's managed to get himself past Buhajar. Buhajar, yeah, that's a big contact between Dobbins and Buhajar. So let's recap there. Buhajar coming into turn 1. Made a mistake, then on the following, he lost the position to Matthew Searle. He's made a mistake on the following lap, he's lost the position to Oscar Dobbins. The two of them did make the merest bit of contact. We saw the rear of Dobbins' car take a bit of a bend as he goes right up the inside once again. Lewis Buhajar not giving up on this battle for the position. Oh, and he's... Dobbins has ended up running a little bit wide, which means he's made full-blooded contact with the wall. Buhajar is managing to force the side-by-side issue, but Dobbins has got the inside line here. Lewis has got the pace. Lewis is going off the inside, going into turns 4 and 5. Oh, you can see just how much the track undulations send the back of these cars absolutely bouncing against the driver as well. Dobbins and Buhajar full-blooded battling here for 4th position. This is not where either of these drivers envisage being at this stage of the race. I mean, I say this stage, we've only got 8 laps left to go, and Dylan De Bono is a minute clear of the rest of the field as they are battling away. Drew Collins got himself up into 2nd place, and if we check the pit stops, we can see the top 3 at the moment haven't been into the pits, and just as I say that, Dylan De Bono does indeed come into the pit, so that is quite the opening stint. 27 laps he's done around here, but we're going to have to keep an eye on this battle here, because it is Buhajar who's come flying back at Matthew Searle. So despite, now Searle had an incident, no he's not, just checking there, no, Matthew Searle, and Searle is headed right over to the right hand side of the track. There goes Buhajar through, and I think Collins, Searle, maybe thinking, no, Searle has been at the pits. He's just let the 2 of these absolutely sail through, and again through turn number 1. Buhajar lively on the exit, does manage to hold it. Almost looks like they're playing driver here. Oh, and that is a big contact with the wall. Oh, and I think he's collected Matthew Searle with that one as well. Now let's have a look and see just what went wrong here. I think, oh yeah, see the back of the car completely out of control. He tries to steady the ship. Oh, and that is... Oh. so close around here. Yeah, there will be several cleanups on aisle 3. I believe Code Brown will be declared by several of the pit engineers, and that is Dobbins once again finding out the hard way that these walls are in fact exceptionally solid. And hoping not to put a curse of the commentator on him, but Dylan DeBono has been absolutely flawless so far this race. He's come back out of the pits with a 35-second gap over Drew Collins. Buhadjer in third. There's Matthew Serrell currently running in 4th position. Oscar Dobbins, after another couple of big contacts with the wall, finds himself in 5th. We've got Michael Sanders running in 6th. Jason Hutchins running in 7th position. He is certainly keeping Sanders in check at the moment. Lucas Blake just squeezing his way past the tyre wall in turn number 1, finds himself in 8th position, and Daniel Hutchins, you can see just behind him there, currently running in 9th. Heath and Tilley both out of the race about 8 laps ago, so they made it about 20 laps deep, and unfortunately contact with the wall and the mechanical black flag has seen them both out of the race. Now the closest race we've got, as I say, at the moment is between Blake and Hutchins, but Dylan DeBono, let's give him a bit of camera time. Oh no, that's Dobbins' previous contact, but yeah, Dylan DeBono, what a race he's had. And I think, Boone, we'll get you in for this one as well, because it just is a testament to the talent and that Dylan DeBono has got. Again, we've seen just how easy it is to have a mistake, to make a mistake around this. In fact, you don't even have to make a mistake. Let's be serious here. You don't even have to make a mistake, and this track will annihilate you. DeBono's had a couple of contacts with other drivers, completely inadvertent, but other than that, he has been absolutely flawless, and with a 40-second gap over the rest of the field, that really is a testament to just how dialed in he has been at the at this track this week.
Absolutely, this is just domination on another level from Dylan DeBono. A road course ringer, really, if there ever was one. And you wonder what could have been if Oscar Dobbins had just had a little bit better luck in this one, because he had the pace early to arguably to hang with Dylan DeBono, but he's just found himself a little bit on the wrong side of the line of aggression, a couple times too many today. Just masterful performance from DeBono, though. Hasn't put a foot wrong. He's found himself on the right side of that line, and that's why he finds himself 30 plus seconds clear of the field right now.
Indeed he does, yeah. 30 laps gone. He is 44 seconds in the lead. That is a second and a half per lap quicker than anyone else around a course that is only a minute and a half long. That is just, yeah, frightening data. Frightening data for the rest of the field. As you see, he's a bit of a road course ringer, and we are certainly finding out why. We've still got battles going on though. Down in 6th place, Sanders and Hutchins have both improved on their starting position by 5 places. That might be about to change though. Sanders could be looking at 4 and Hutchins could be looking at 6 if he can get this overtake done. Oh, and again, the back of the car stepping out. It really is like playing driver on the PS1, I would say, or PS2. I am that old, I can't remember which one it came out on. I'm sure it was the Deadly Donut Maker, which of course was the 2. But at the moment, oh, and that is a good exit again. And in fact, that is a very good exit by Sanders to fend off the advances of Hutchins. Almost pedestrian through that corner. Oh, now we may have something interesting happening up at the front. We've got back markers. That's Lucas Blake. Dylan DeBono has just set a 1 minute 30.5. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Now we'll put that in a comparison. There he goes. So his quickest time is a 1 minute 30.531. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake by Collins, which has seen Buhadjer get through. There we go. Sorry, was it even a mistake by Collins? Who knows? We're here in Chicago. He might have done absolutely everything right, and ironically, on track at the moment, right next to one another, is Lucas Blake and Lewis Buhadjer, the 2 LBs, the 2 championship protagonists. Once again, find themselves nose to tail, but it is Lucas in 8th position. Now looking to go a lap down on Buhagiar, he very politely gets himself out of the way. The blue flag's waving. Absolutely no surprise that Lucas made that as simple as possible as Collins comes through as well. But yeah, just a comparison on that lap time. 1 minute 30.5 De Bono's just done. Oscar Dobbins' quickest is a 31.8. Oh, and Buhagiar's just scraped himself into the wall there. Dobbins has just sort of crashed. We've got a couple of crashes now to look in on. Let's see what's happening here with De Bono. With Dobbins, my apologies, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's gone too deep and he's collected in the back of the wall. He can't do that too often. Let's see what happened with Buhagiar while we were on board, and it is into the same corner directly behind. Oh yeah, oh, his front right wheel is absolutely cambering there. The car touching into the wall, and that is Buhagiar losing himself a bit of pace, and Drew Collins has now potentially got himself a lifeline, although Collins is in third place. I'd imagine finishing on the podium here. Whoa. Oh, the way they come sliding through these corner exits, it's putting the fear of God in me every single time. It's absolutely wild. But Collins on for a good, solid podium here. Got a big gap over Matthew Serrell, so it just needs to keep this one nice and neatly between the mayo and the mustard. Well, it's actually pretty much mayo either side with these white walls that they're managing to avoid. Oh, and again, the back end of the car absolutely stepping out. Those tyres taking an absolute pounding around this course. De Bono still absolutely running away with it up at the front of the field, completely unperturbed by everything that's going on around him. And I believe, yep, he's now got a clear run. He's got Oscar Dobbins is the next car to him on track, and Dobbins is currently running in 5th position, and at this pace it might even catch up before the end. That is going to be another lap under De Bono's belt. He's got a 1 minute lead over Buhagiar, and you would have to say as well, Boone, quick comment on Lewis Buhagiar, our championship leader, did not get a good qualifying time, started at the back of the grid, took contact on lap 1 and stayed at the back of the grid, but he has hard charged his way, incidents and all. Oh, as Dobbins picks up a black flag. Dobbins has picked up a drive-through, but certainly Lewis Buhagiar won't be massively disappointed with the result he's got here. This will help extend his gap over the rest of the field, and making his way from 8th to 2nd in this race at this track. That is no mean feat, and it's going to be hard to see Buhagiar being any way disappointed with his result today.
Oh, absolutely not. And it seems like we've said that about Lewis Buhagiar more often than not this season, that he's started poorly in qualifying. He's had to work his way through the fields. He's had to work through adversity, but he's really just put together a masterclass this season in just continuing to race smart, race hard, and pick off positions as they go. And I believe that black flag for Dobbins, just to close the circle on that, I believe that would have just been for the 17X incident count black flag. Or 16X, because he has hit 16 here. He's the first car other than Rob Tilley to hit that mark, and Rob is still in the pits. So I've just gone ahead and cleared those black flags out for Oscar, because since we have live stewarding, we do not need that, and I believe we've gotten rid of it.
Okay, so yep, so that has been binned, but so too has the back of his car there. So that is the incident there that took Dobbins over the mark, but given the nature of the course, the stewards yeah, doing the right thing basically, and taking away that drive-through penalty for contact with the walls, because let's face it, if you can go a lap here without making contact with the walls, that is an absolute win. Never mind 34 of them that we've had so far. We are going to stay on board with Dylan De Bono. There's a little battle going on between Sanders and Hutchins, but De Bono has had very little camera time at all up at the front of the field, and he is about to start the final lap of the race. Sorry, he's on lap 34, so he will be starting the next lap in a few corners time, and he has actually gotten his way past Oscar Dobbins in 5th after Dobbins made contact with the wall there, so nice and easy blue flag situation for him there. The field is a bit mixed up though. Matthew Serrell in 4th is just catching up to Lucas Blake, so that's another blue flag that Lucas Blake will have to yield to. Hutchins and Sanders are still very close, and Dylan De Bono, absolutely no one close to him at the moment. He has got one corner left to go before we start the final lap, and Lucas Blake has come into the pits. So Blake has come into the pits. Have we seen anyone? Yes, Collins and Searle have both done this on a no-stopper. And again, that just shows you how quick Dylan De Bono is. There's two cars out there that haven't taken a pit stop, and he is still over a minute ahead. It's absolutely wild. We've got this battle going on as well between Hutchins and Sanders still. These two still absolutely nose to tail. I really seriously doubt we're going to see any type of overtake or crazy overtake attempt, certainly, from these two. They are all in survival mode at the moment, but it is... Oh, is that another... Oh, I think Dobbins has had another incident here. Yeah, the back of his car. Very unsettled after that earlier contact. Oh, and he's just spun it around and put the back end into the wall once again. Nice little recovery, 360. And he is back out and running, but De Bono, he has taken the white flag. He has taken this race by absolute storm. There was a full-blooded battle with Oscar Dobbins in the opening few laps. There was an inadvertent contact between the two. Dobbins did redress the position, and De Bono needed no second invitation to run away with this. He's got one corner left to go, and he will be crowned champion of the Chicago Street Circuit here for round number 7 in Tasman Racing League's Oval Season 2, and that is a very well-deserved checkered flag for Dylan De Bono. What a run he has had. The superlatives are going to need to be rewritten after that masterclass. Lewis Bihager, though, no mean feat, as we've said. He's done this several times this season. Doesn't always get the glory in qualifying, but it's not often he doesn't finish on the podium, and that is why he is the championship leader. He's got a couple of corners left to go. This is the kind of gap that De Bono has got, over a minute between the rest of the field. In fact, Dobbins crosses the line to take the checkered flag a lap down. He is in fifth position, so it's going to be Bihager and Searle that do look to round out the podium. There is Matthew Searle there, another driver who's had a difficult race, a couple of contacts here and there, a few dents and bounces off the wall, but it's still going to be good enough for third place. There is Michael Sanders and Jason Hutchins taking the checkered flag for 6th and 7th. Lucas Blake is going to get 8th. Daniel Hutchins will, or has been confirmed in 9th position. He has taken the checkered flag, and there's Bihager lighting up those back tyres. There's a lot of donuts going on the start-finish straight as well. That's Lucas behind him, taking the checkered flag. So great drive by Bihager, and Matthew Searle will round out the podium in third place. He has still got... no, that's him coming around the last corner. So we'll get the full results up in a moment. Having himself a little bit of jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The Snoop Dogg song, of course. Across the line. And Drew Collins will be the last driver to survive. I mean, to make it to the end of the race. What a race that was. Dylan De Bono bringing home the race win. We'll get them in the commentary box in a moment. Hopefully, there we go. The results are popping up, and there is confirmation. Dylan De Bono in first, Lewis Bihager in second, Matthew Searle in third place, Collins fourth, Dobbins fifth, Sanders in sixth, is Hutchins in seventh position, Lucas Blake in eighth, Daniel Hutchins ninth, Rob Tilley, Nicholas Heath not making it to the end of the race course. Boom Blake at the bottom of the board there, but he is indeed in the stewarding box this week. Speaking of which, we will have some of the drivers with us. Who will we get in first? In fact, we've already got Lewis Bihager in, so let's get Lewis to join us. Of course, our championship leader Welcome in, Lewis. That was an interesting race around a very, very, very difficult track. But you've made it up 6 places to further extend your gap up at the top of the field. That is quite the race around a very, very, very difficult course. How did you find that today?
Yeah, very tricky. Happy to come away with second there. Dylan was lightning fast all week when we were practicing, and there was no doubt in my mind that he couldn't get it done, and he just wanted me to pass on the message that he can't make the interview tonight.
Ah, okay. No problem at all. How did the qualifying go for you out there, Lewis? Boone and I were both saying that at the start. You don't always get the job done in qualifying, but you really do get it done in the race. So did you have any difficulty during qualifying, or was that as good a lap as you thought you could have got in?
Both of my laps got invalidated to 0x's, just little wall taps, but they were actually on for quite good laps. The second lap especially, I was on for a lap. That probably would have put me in about second, so a little bit of a shame, but all's good in the hood.
Yeah, and I mean, to say that you're a hard charger in this field, making up 6 places, talk to us about how difficult it was to get to the end of this race. I mean, we didn't see a single driver who managed to make it to the end unscathed, and I did say this was going to be like F1's Drive to Survive around here. How was the course itself out there for you, and how nerve-wracking is it being near other cars around here?
Oh yeah, it's certainly scary, especially having to pass cars, because you're kind of relying on what they do a lot, especially like something as silly as just a little wheel spin from the other car can just completely ruin your race. So yeah, it's just little things like that, but I got away with it pretty well unharmed apart from the first corner, but apart from that, it was all good.
Yep, and you maintain the championship lead going into Martinsville Speedway next week. They say Speedway, I think we all know 150 laps around the course. That's short, it won't be full speed for much of it. How are you feeling going into that one?
Love Martinsville. I've got my first TRL win there last season, so bring it on, I can't wait.
Nice, there we go then, folks. That is our championship leader, Lewis Buhagiar, hard charging his way through the field once again to get up to second place. Thank you very much for joining us, Lewis. We will no doubt see you again. Well, fingers crossed we'll see you tomorrow.
Hopefully, and just a big thanks to Hybrid Sim Sports and a big congratulations to Dylan.
Indeed, yeah. So unfortunately, Dylan not joining us, but someone who is joining us is Matthew Serrell, who's made it once again up onto the podium. Matthew, that was a tough race for all concerned. You qualified in 5th and made it on to the podium. And I believe you went for it on the no stopper, no fresh tyres to make it to the end. How was the race for you? And talk to us a bit about the no stop strategy you employed.
Yeah, I knew that pretty early on my race was not going to be against Dylan or Lewis. I knew that they were too fast and way more consistent for me. So I saw that Drew sort of looked like he might have been on a similar strategy. Just sort of wanted to pace myself and hope that I would have enough fuel to go to the end. Fortunately for me, he pulled in 1 lap early, and at that point I knew that I'd secure the podium. So the no stopper was the strategy the whole time, and happy that it sort of paid off with what I feel is the best result that I could have gotten.
Indeed, yeah, and with that no stop, I mean, your tyre, this course was a tricky course. Talk to us about the walls and of course and indeed the street, the surface itself. It's not exactly smooth even on the straight, so a difficult one, and to do that on this one set of tyres, that is no mean feat. How were the tyres toward the end, and did it make it a whole lot trickier for you to try and get to the end on those old rubber?
Now the tyres are actually holding up quite well because I was going a lot slower than I normally would. So tyre wear was not really an issue for me. The only issue for me was the fuel usage, which was a lot higher than I actually thought it was going to be. I think my engine cut out just as I was crossing the line as well. So it was borderline all the way to the very end. But yeah, I timed it well.
Indeed you did. And Martinsville next week, one of the shorter courses on the track, 150 laps will be navigated by the drivers. How are you feeling ahead of that one?
I felt like last time we were there, I was having a really good race until I had a lot of frame rate issues and dropped all the way down to like maybe 15 FPS, which ruined the race when I was leading with I think like 20 laps or so to go. So looking forward to it again. Yeah, hopefully a better result than what I got last time, and hopefully I can make the championship fight a little bit more interesting.
Indeed, yeah. Well, fingers crossed from our end as well. Congratulations on the podium tonight. Thank you for joining us in the comedy box, and we look forward to seeing what you do next week.
Thank you, John. Good call, as always. I had it up on the other screen.
Absolute madness that the drivers have got this much talent and they managed to listen to me screaming down the microphone while they're driving. So, yeah, we might have to get their sanity levels checked. Although we might have to get the sanity levels checked of whoever it was that picked this course, because what a race that was. We do have Boone in the box as well. He was on stewarding duties this evening, but Boone, it's safe to say a lot of what happened, it was just very much Chicago Street doing Chicago Street things, not really many malicious incidents. So all in all, a pretty good race for all concerned.
No malicious incidents, just Chicago is a chaotic racetrack. It's such a slippery course, such a bumpy course, and such a narrow course that when you're running anywhere close to other cars, there's always going to be a high probability of contact. We saw cars running themselves into the wall. We saw cars spinning out constantly going into the tire barriers. We saw cars getting just a little bit loose and taking out the cars next to them. It's an exciting track, and I'm not sure if it'll be back next season, but I'm sure some people are going to love it. Some people probably really enjoyed this race. Some people, I'm sure, absolutely hated this race, but I don't think any of those drivers don't have an opinion on it.
Yeah, very much the Marmite of the street track circuits, I would say. You either absolutely love it or you hate it, and tonight, yeah, opinion will certainly be divided. Huge thank you to Boone for joining us in the comedy box this week while on stewarding duties as well. Huge thanks to everyone that took part in tonight, and thanks to everyone that's tuned in on TrackSpotTV. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll, of course, as I say, be back next week for Martinsville. 150 laps the drivers will look to complete around one of the shortest oval tracks on the planet, and to say it's got a tricky pit entrance and exit is an understatement, the likes of which you will only believe if you tune in next week, so make sure you do. My name has been John Wright, and until next week, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.